Hey everyone, this is Norris Tony coming back to y'all with another video. I'm going to read an article. And it's from Variety.com. It's called Tory Lanez sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Rapper Tory Lanez was sentenced to 10 years in prison by a Los Angeles judge on Tuesday over the 2020 roadside shooting of Megan Thee Stallion, according to the New York Times. Lanez, whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, was originally scheduled to be sentenced in February of this year, but his legal team filed a motion for a new trial in March that was ultimately denied. In the months that followed, Peterson's sentencing date has been pushed back several times. Prosecutors were seeking a 13-year sentence and cited 3 violations of pre-trial court orders, telling the judge Peterson had waged a campaign to humiliate and re-traumatize Megan. His attorneys asked for him to be sentenced to probation or 3 years in prison and were seeking probation and mandatory rehab, citing Peterson's alcohol addiction and childhood trauma. Peterson's legal team submitted letters of recommendation from family members and leaders of non-profit organizations, and even a few of his peers from the music industry, including Iggy Azalea. Peterson has been in jail without bond since a jury found him guilty on December 23rd of 3 felony firearm counts over an incident that happened on July 12, 2020, in which fellow rapper Megan Thee Stallion, real name Megan Pete, alleged he shot her in the foot after they left a Hollywood Hills party at Kylie Jenner's home. After the verdict, Lanez stopped working with his trial lawyer, George Magnuson. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm just going to say George M. And most recently appointed Jose B. I don't know how to say his last name either, B, to aid the case. He not only shot me, he made a mockery of my trauma, Pete reportedly wrote in a statement that was read in court on August 7th. This is a statement for all survivors that their lives matter and there is zero tolerance for the torture that accompanies violence. The Canadian rapper was convicted on 1 felony count of each assault with a semi-automatic firearm, negligent discharge of a firearm, and carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle. A jury of 7 women and 5 men deliberated for 2 days after hearing arguments from both the prosecution and the defense in a high-profile trial that spanned 2 weeks, coming right up against the Christmas holiday weekend in 2022. The trial has several unexpected twists in testimony and varied interpretations of the hard evidence in the case. Pete suffered wounds to her feet that she described to police at the scene as the result of broken glass, but later claimed were caused by gunshots from Peterson. A surgeon who operated on Pete after the altercation took the stand to confirm he had removed bullet fragments from her feet. Peterson reportedly denied that he was the one who shot at Pete and pleaded not guilty in November 2020. The trial began on December 12, 2022, with testimony from Pete herself, who claimed Peterson had shot her in an emotional retelling of the roadside assault. She told the jury, "I wish Peterson had just shot and killed me." The defense went on to argue that this was a case about jealousy between Pete and Kelsey Harris, her former friend and ex-assistant, who both allegedly had intimate relationships with Peterson. Harris was described as a key witness for the prosecution, but on the stand, she claimed she either didn't see or couldn't remember the circumstances of the shooting due to consumption of alcohol that night. And because she was dealing with anxiety and postpartum depression, Peterson's attorney, George M., contended that the events of those nights had occurred because Pete and Harris had a heated and drunken dispute about disloyalty, and since they were both allegedly sleeping with Peterson. His lawyer also heavily relied on DNA evidence to contend that his client's fingerprints were not found on the gun used to shoot Pete. The case attracted intense security and public debate, and considering neither side could agree on the facts, it was a polarizing debate that led to Pete largely disappearing from the limelight. In an essay penned by Pete for Elle, the Texas-born rapper reflected on the debacle, writing, "When the guilty verdict came on December 23, 2022, it was more than just vindication for me. It was a victory for every woman who has ever been shamed, dismissed, and blamed for a violent crime committed against them." Okay, and that's the end of the article. I'm going to stand by what I said. And I originally said that I think that Tory shot her. And I still do believe that he shot her. Because a jury convicted him. And because of that, he was denied a mistrial. And now he's been sentenced. I know he going to file an appeal, however. That's his right. He has a right to file an appeal. But as for now, I'm going to say justice is served. You know, the Littlefoot leprechaun bastard is getting exactly what he deserves. He not getting no sympathy from me. Because you knew what you was doing. You know you was breaking the law when you carried that gun. You know, it's like, why would you go into a party with Megan and Kelsey? Why would you need to carry a gun? What was the purpose of you carrying that gun to that party? You did not need a weapon. So that was your first mistake right there. You should have left the gun at home. And another thing, the gun wasn't even registered, and you didn't have a permit or any type of license to carry that gun. So you knew what you was doing. You knew you was breaking the law, and you know you can get in trouble, you know, if you got caught with that gun. You know you was going to be in jail or get arrested for that. So shame on you for forgetting that fact. You know, so I don't feel sorry for you. You knew what you was doing. You should have left that weapon at home. And then another thing, you sitting up there sleeping with Kelsey and Megan at the same time. You didn't think that they was going to find out about each other? You didn't think that they would find out that they was both messing around with you? So for you to sit up there and sleep with two friends and to play a role in they friendship falling apart, you know, that's another mistake you made. You know, if you was going to cheat on, I think he was with Kelsey first. If he was with her first, then Megan shouldn't have got involved. If that was me, if my friend was with somebody and they was in a relationship with somebody of any kind and it didn't work out, then, you know, I wouldn't want no parts. I wouldn't mess around with my friend's ex or or a person my friend was sleeping with. I just wouldn't get involved. I wouldn't cross that line. You know, because if it didn't work out with my friend, what makes me think it'll work out with me? So, I would have left Tory alone. So, I think, and Meg denied that she was sleeping with him, but I don't believe it. I believe she was sleeping with him. But, yeah, they went to Kylie Loose Push Jenner's house. Because that's what I think she is. She's a loose puss with no talent and bad plastic surgery. That's what I think about Kylie. They went over her house and, the rumor has it is that Tory was going to try to get with Kylie. He was going to try to get with her too. And guess what? That plan backfired. So I know Kylie glad that she dodged the bullet by being with him. I know that she did dodge the bullet by not, sleeping with him. So I know she glad she didn't get involved with him. But it seems like every single time, somebody goes around the Kardashians, or should I say the Kardashians, which, and I would say particularly I believe black people, when they go around them and they hang around them and they associate themselves with them, something bad always happens. It seemed like that. But that's not what this case is about, though. So I can't blame Sourpuss Jenner. I can't blame her for anything that, happened after Megan, Tory, and Kelsey left her home. I can't blame her for anything because it's not her fault. So I'm going to stop talking about her. But, while they was in the car, I heard that Kelsey and Meg was fighting each other and that Megan was getting the best of her or something like that. Let's just say, because a lot of people think that Kelsey was the one who shot Meg. I don't believe that, but a lot of people do. So say if she did, do you think that Tory would take the fall for her? Absolutely not. I do not believe that he would take the fall for her. He wouldn't. I don't think he would lie for her. Because if she did do it, he already lied by not, by denying not only that he did it, but he didn't, he act like he didn't know who else did it. So, if Kelsey did do it, which I don't think she did, which I doubt, but if she did do it, then Tory gonna snitch. He gonna tell. He gonna rat her out because he not with her no more. Kelsey then moved on, had a baby with another man, and then got married. So Tory, he not with Kelsey no more. That ain't his baby mama. That ain't his girlfriend. That's not his fiance. And that's not even his wife. So no, he ain't gonna show no loyalty to her. He wasn't loyal to her when he was messing around with Meg. So so why would people think he would be loyal now? So nah, he would snitch on her. He would tell, that she did it. Cause he would not do no time for her. He would be a damn fool to do any time for her. So I'm saying if she did it, he gonna let it be known. He gonna save himself. But if he doesn't throw Kelsey under the bus, if he doesn't say anything, then guess what? The judge and that jury convicted the right person. Excuse me, and the right person got sentenced, and that was him. But yeah, I wonder what Daddy Leprechaun have to say now. Bigfoot Daddy Leprechaun song star. I wonder what he got to say. I know he's a preacher. So I wonder, is he gonna pray for his sons, pray for a miracle, pray for his son, and give a speech why his son shouldn't serve time in prison? That's what I wonder. Is he gonna do that? That's just a question I have. But Tory has a history of violence. He has a history he got into it with Prince from Love and Hip Hop Miami. He fought him like twice. Then he attacked August Alsina last year for not giving him no dap. For not giving him no handshake. So he attacked him. So that's why I said this man got a history of violence. It just happens that his ways and his actions caught up with him. And like I said, but anyway, I was getting back to Meg, her and Kelsey in the car. When Meg stepped out that car, a witness said that they saw Tory shooting, in the air, like shooting out the window. So like I said, I believe he did it. And he broke the law by carrying that gun. Not only having that gun, but carrying it. So he getting exactly what he deserves. But I don't know if he going to do the whole 10 years or not. But if he does, then good. Good for his ass. Because he getting exactly what he asked for. You got to pay for your crime. You know what I'm saying? You pay the crime, you got to do the time. So I do not feel sorry for him. I do not feel bad for him whatsoever. So you should have thought about what you did before you did it. You got to think before you react. So like I said, he could have prevented what happened that night could have been prevented. It was unnecessary. It didn't need to happen. He made a big mistake by messing around with two friends, sleeping with them at the same time. He didn't care. He just wanted to be a player, but got played in the process. Because like I said, both of them found out about each other. Things was out of control. He didn't know how to de-escalate the situation, so he took matters into his own hands and started pow-powing, shooting at Megan until he shot her in the foot. That's what I believed happened. I believe he did it. So like I said, I hope that when you get to prison, if you don't win your mistrial, if you don't win that appeal or win your appeal, if you don't win your appeal, then get ready to go to prison and get ready for those to be fighting the men in prison. Because if they get their hands on you, they're gonna turn around, or they're gonna turn you around, bend you over, and leave you stuck with a gut full of nut. That's the possibility that they might do that. They might have their way with you in court or in the prison cell. So you better be ready to fight, because you're going to have to put up a big fight if you don't win your appeal. But until then, I want to say good luck. Well, nah. Well, yeah, I guess I'm going to say good luck on your appeal. Because you really going to need it. You really are going to need it. But until then, I hope you all like this video. Please like this video because it helps my channel. But anyway, I hope you all like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Thanks for watching, and you all have a good evening. Peace.